A U.S. Navy shipbuilder has been hit with ransomware, and we're going to talk about it in today's video. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so a ransomware attack hits a Marionette Marine shipyard, which results in short-term delays of Frigate, Freedom, and LCS construction. The Wisconsin shipyard that builds the U.S. Navy's Freedom-class littoral combat ship and the Constellation-class guided missile frigate suffered a ransomware attack last week that delayed production across the shipyard, USNI News has learned. Fincantieri Marionette Marine, or FMG, experienced the attack in the early morning hours of April 12th when large chunks of data on the shipyard's network servers were rendered unusable by an unknown professional group. Two sources familiar with a Navy summary of the attack told USNI News on Thursday. In a typical ransomware attack, attackers take the information on a server, encrypt it, and set terms for a key that will unlock the data. The terms are usually a large ransomware payment. The attack on the Marionette Marine targeted servers that held data used to feed instructions to the Navy shipyard's computer numerical control manufacturing machines, knocking them offline for several days. CNC-enabled machines are the backbone of modern manufacturing, taking specifications developed with design software and sending instructions to devices like welders, cutters, bending machines, and other computer-controlled tools. Based on information from the Navy, it is unclear if the attackers stole any data, which they probably did. In a statement to USNI News, Marionette Marine acknowledged that there had been a cybersecurity incident at the shipyard. Statement goes on to say that the Fincantieri Marine Group experienced a cybersecurity incident last week that is causing a temporary disruption to certain computer systems on its network. The company's network security officials immediately isolated systems and reported the incident to relevant agencies and partners. Fincantieri Marine Group brought additional resources to investigate and restore full functionality to the affected systems as quickly as possible. Repair and construction operations continue at all three U.S. shipyards. However, the company's email and some networked operations remained offline for now. Fincantieri would not elaborate beyond that statement. In a separate statement to USNI, Freedom-class prime contractor Lockheed Martin spokesperson said, "We face threats every day from sophisticated adversaries around the world, and we regularly take actions to increase the security of our systems and protect our employee, customer, and program data." USNI News understands that as of Thursday afternoon, some CNC machines at Marionette were operational. USNI News was visiting the shipyard in Marionette the day after the attack and observed shipyard workers using the panel lines that feed gray and pink steel through to build both the Constellation-class frigates and the multi-mission surface combat. So it basically says that it seems like they're getting back online a little bit. But here we go with an attack on a major defense contractor. Probably sounds like it's a subcontractor of Lockheed Martin, which is a common practice with especially in the DoD, doing special set-aside contracts for smaller businesses under bigger contractors like Lockheed Martin. That's why they released a statement. But the reason I wanted to talk about this, guys, is because this is a big deal. Not only do we have somebody in the defense supply chain who's being disrupted and also being compliant with CMMC, because that's coming, even though it seems like a little bit of a pipe dream right now. The main reason why I wanted to make this video and point this out is because CMMC is coming. It's an important thing, but you can start getting ready by following NIST 800. You might have to follow different regulations within NIST 800. Work with a professional who can guide you on that and get you on the right path to whatever CMMC level that you're going to need to comply with. So again, we have the Marionette Marine Group, or Marine Group. They were hit with a ransomware attack. They are a defense contractor, and it's really important for defense contractors to start doing this stuff. Like I said, CMMC is coming, but more importantly, these entities are entrusted with a lot of government information about ships, that we may not want to have fall into the wrong hands. A lot of things at stake here for government contractors, and especially ones that play a role in the supply chain. You may not think that you have to do this stuff or you have to do it at the level that is required, but you do. And unfortunately, we see it a lot with defense contractors where they're just not doing enough. We go in, we do an audit, we see what they're doing for cybersecurity practices today, and they're just not doing enough. And then even though we tell them that, hey, you're not doing X, Y, and Z, and you really need to be doing these things in order to be compliant, they choose to do nothing, which is not uncommon. We see businesses that don't even do anything after a ransomware attack. They continue to do things the same way, and that's why 80% of businesses out there get hit with ransomware again. So I just wanted to bring this article to especially the defense industry's attention, but everyone's attention as to what's going on out there. Another ransomware attack. I mean, we have tons of ransomware attacks, and I do invite you to check out my podcast, securitysquawk.com. I have a podcast with a couple other co-hosts where we talk about these types of things in greater detail and dissect them. I don't really want to do that again on this channel because we cover a lot of ransomware attacks there. But one of the things we did talk about is ransomware attacks are up significantly this year, and businesses need to pay attention to this stuff. And hopefully defense contractors, you're working on a plan for CMMC. But if you don't have a plan, there's links in the description below on how you can get help from my company on things like getting help with NIST 800 and CMMC compliance. So until the next video, I'll see you again.